Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, depending on where you are. So let's go over the presentations of the Hanga Pitch Fest. Five, five presentations. Each presentation is 5 minutes. I already know, or it's already been announced, who the winner is. And in my unsolicited opinion, of course, the judges made a good choice. So, if you don't know about Hanga Pitch Fest, it's an event that happens every year. This is their fifth year where they have entrepreneurs pitch their ideas to a panel of judges, and they go through some sort of what's the word? An incubator program before they get to pitch to the judges. And obviously, not everybody makes it all the way to the pitch. So they have a YouTube channel, which we can find somewhere here. I need to remember to show you guys what the name of the YouTube channel is. But I'm watching the pitch from the Ministry of ICT Rwanda website. So let's just jump right in. 5 pitches, 5 minutes each, so about 25 minutes. Let's just jump right in. So let me see if I can get to the beginning. Okay, so there. Okie dokie. All right, so let's go a little here. All right, there we go.
If you don't feel like you belong in the Rubyiruko moment, we are celebrating you. Whether fourth, fifth, third, we celebrate you. And up on the stage first, we are going to receive AMBUCYCLE, represented by Loza Admasu Kelemewor.
Kelemewor. That sounds Ethiopian. Kelemewor. I'm thinking Kelemewor? Is that what she... Anyway, let's move on. That's our first presentation right there. Young lady. Very nicely presented.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Loza Admasu. I'm the co-founder and CEO of AMBUCYCLE. It's my honor and pleasure to walk you through the work we do today. Before I do that, I want you to imagine a scenario where you're coming back from, let's say, a wedding or a meeting from Rubavu, and you find yourself in an accident, a car accident. The American Heart Association says that with every minute that passes without you getting help that you need, your chance of survival decreases by 10%. This speech is 5 minutes long. That means if you don't get the help that you need within these 5 minutes, your chance of survival decreases by 50%. This, unfortunately, is the reality for so many African countries. Lack of accessible pre-hospital emergency care is costing us lives. Only 10% of the population in Africa has access to standard emergency care, and 45% of cases that happen in these countries can be mitigated by some kind of emergency care. The World Health Organization says that the standard emergency response time is 8 minutes. 8 minutes. But in some settings, you might find yourself waiting for 2 hours. There are so many factors contributing to this. Some of them are inaccessible roads, difficulty locating patients, and lack of trained personnel. But with the efforts that is being put forward by the government of Rwanda and startups like ours, we can decrease this to 15 minutes. So let me show you how. If you are running late in Kigali, in Rwanda, what do you use? You use motorcycles to get somewhere fast. If you want your food to come fast to you, you use motorcycles. So we combined these two logics and came up with AMBUCYCLE. AMBUCYCLE is a tech-enabled motorbike-based fleet that is fast, affordable, and adaptable. I'll show you how it works. Patients have help using an application that automates location and dispatch to reduce response times. Once they do, healthcare professionals ride motorcycles to get to their patients. In this motorcycle is the standard emergency equipment that is needed to respond to the help. So once they get there, they take over the emergency. I want you to remember that these AMBUCYCLEs don't evacuate patients, but they take over the emergency and resuscitate and stabilize on site and hand them over to the next person in care. So our market size based on our capacity today is 200,000. This is among the 90% of Rwanda's population that has insurance coverage. Our business model follows two things. The first one is B2B2C, where we use insurance, where we work with insurances to reduce emergency claims. The other model is B2G, where we work with government to reduce emergency response times with service contracts and public-private partnerships. I'm very happy to tell you that we actually have tried this and it worked really well. So we responded to 73 cases and delivered 2 babies on site. This is done in the 6 weeks that we did this, and our average emergency response time was just 13 minutes. And among the emergency cases we responded to, 53% were trauma and 12% were obstetric, the rest being medical. Our partners, I'm actually very happy Dr. Sabin is here today. Our partner is Ministry of Health, Rwanda Biomedical Center, and Rwanda National Police, who made the pilot project and our response happen successfully. And we also work with Eden Care Insurance and Inclusivity Solution to further strengthen our B2B2C model. We recently has been trusted by Development Bank of Rwanda, and we're very honored. Our roadmap follows that we want to expand our fleet and improve our take, market and partner, and expand to the secondary cities. So our ask today is 50 million Rwandan francs, of which we will use in fleet expansion, tech development, and responder training. We also ask for partnership opportunity in this room for everyone who cares about emergency healthcare and work in the field. Our team is comprised of myself, my co-founder, Dr. Helen Gzato, and our CTO, Amoko Ivan. We are backed by our pride and joy, our nurses, who rode the motorcycles to the emergency sites and resuscitated and are actually heroes. We're also backed by our advisors, who are always on our side with English clinical experience. We ask you to join AMBUCYCLE, where we have 2 wheels with just one mission, that is saving lives. Thank you.
Okay, so that's a great pitch. It was short and sweet, I think. What I got from the pitch is B2B, B2C, and we can see here that so this is a service provider. I want to get to, because I saw something about insurance. Okay, somewhere here. Okay, let's get this
This
again.
is among the 90% of Rwanda's population that has insurance coverage. And this is among the 90% of Rwanda's population that has insurance coverage. Our business model follows 2 things. The first.
There we go. Insurance and government. So good pitch. So just something to think about. The pilot location was probably Kigali, because she mentioned expanding to other sites. She mentioned the fleet. Go ahead and watch the whole video. I don't want to, I don't want to spoil it for you. So this is a good one. Service provider, medical field. The problem is, can you get to the hospital quick enough so that you can receive care commensurate with your situation? And what they provide is a medical professional can actually come to you where you are and give you care give you care where you're at, and then make sure that you can get to the hospital with care that you have received. So instead of having to wait a long time to get to the hospital, you can actually have someone come to you, give you the care needed. And in some cases, so she mentioned that they have helped give life to some babies. That's wonderful. There was also some trauma, so for car accidents. So this is a good one. The judges are going to ask her questions, good questions. I'm going to let you watch the video yourself so you can enjoy it. I don't want to give you spoilers. So let's go to the second pitch.
one mission, saving lives. And good enough, we have one of our partners, which is Spiro. So we'll be using Spiro for the AMBUCYCLE. And up next, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome INGOGA Technologies, represented by Niyoguhimbazwa Ngoga Patrick. One more time, give it up for Ngoga.
And this is at the BK Arena, by the way.
Good afternoon. My name is Patrick Ngoga. I'm the founder and CEO of Hanga Technologies. Worldwide, people are dying from preventable causes, not because healthcare professionals are unskilled or irresponsible, just because they overload of the work they are doing. WHO recommends that one doctor serves 1,000 patients annually, but here in Africa, one doctor is serving 10,000 patients. This leads those doctors to burn out, which causes them to commit medical errors that should have been prevented. We all believed that digitization would solve this, but it didn't reduce the workload, it just recorded it. That's why at Hanga Technologies, we thought of building Nexan, a medical copilot AI that listens, writes notes, alerts the doctor, and do the follow-ups for them. How it works, when the doctor is treating the patient, and he comes to commit a mistake, our AI gives him a pop-up, a notification that the doctor is about to commit a mistake, and the doctor corrects that mistake. And also when the patient from the hospital, due to the big number of the patients, the doctors are not able to do a proper follow-up to the patients, and our AI is able to follow up on the patient, and if it finds any complication or worsening of the condition, it notifies the doctor so that they can take some measures and prevent those patients from losing their lives. And the good thing is we are live, we are working. So far we have reached 56 doctors from 2 different health facilities, and by the end of this November, we have additional 4 health facilities that will be onboarded. And our business model is simple. We have B2B and B2C, where the doctor has to buy the package of 10K for Go, Rwandan francs, and 18K for Plus, and 21K for Flow. And for B2B, we charge the health facilities according to the number of the healthcare professionals they have. So far, the market is very big. We are worldwide, we have over 11 million healthcare professionals, and the market is sized at $30 billion US, and here in Africa, it's 10 billion US dollars, and we're targeting right now our serviceable, obtainable market of 500 million here in East Africa. Our go-to-market strategy is very simple. Our health care professionals on our system refers to their colleagues, and we give them a month free of subscription. We do partnerships with the health facilities so that they can let their workers know our system that can help them to prove the efficiency of their work. We do also integrate our system with existing EMRs so that can help the healthcare providers to detect the mistakes before they commit them. We do, our clients have the way they've been doing their things before we came in the market, but we do differentiate from others, where we do give real-time assistance, and we do give the alerts to the doctors before they commit a mistake. We do the follow-ups, but the existing solutions didn't fulfill that. We do project to expand, where we are targeting to have onboarded 15 clinics by the end of this year in December, each with at least 10 doctors, and we will expand to in 2027, expand to onboarding 150 clinics in East Africa. We're also targeting onboarding over 1,000 clinics by 2029 all over Africa, to improve the health access and safety for the patients in Africa. Meet our team made by medical professionals and software engineers and AI experts. Me, I'm the founder and CEO and a medical student at the University of Rwanda. Also, with all the other team, and we do have advisors from the medical experts and in business, laws, and technology. So our ask is 50M, where we do want to reach a big market, improve our infrastructure, improve our AI accuracy, and give a safer service to our clients and save more lives. So for every $100 you invest in us, you'll be saving over 400 lives with faster, smarter, and safe care. Thank you.
All right, so that's the second presentation. Also in the medical field, what I got from him, so this is a pitch about an AI application that will help doctors discharge their care, the service they provide to their patients, better. So he mentioned that, and I don't know if it's specific, I think he said Africa. So he said usually doctors have 1,000 patients, so this would be in the West. But in Africa, they service 10,000 patients. I think he did say that somewhere. If I go ahead and watch the whole video and comment also and tell us what you think. So they're providing an AI solution so that service can be improved and of course so that lives can be saved. So he gave a bird's eye view, an aerial view of the market, which I personally don't like those aerial views where we go with the global market because it's just such a, well, that's just my opinion and I can go about it later. But so here we go. He did say, I said something about the global, well, the global market and then the market in Africa is how he presented it. And so it's going to be a B2B and a B2C, and it's going to work through referrals. They will, and I know this because I've watched the questions that he later answers. And by the way, he's a doctor. So very good pitch. Medical sector, just like the first one, B2B, and the business really are doctors. So what they're going to be doing is onboarding doctors. They are looking at a monthly recurring revenue model, which is nice. So that's the second pitch. So let's go to the third pitch. That's where they're asking him good questions. Okay, now we have pitch number 3.
Do you feel inspired? Okay, good. And now we're going to welcome the third presenter of the day, and this is none other than Nathaniel Dereje Mengistu from NABSIL Grain Bank Limited. Let's show him some love, please.
Is his last name Mengistu? Good for him.
Please accompany him with those claps. That's right.
Looking good, looking professional, excellent. And a confident stance. That's good.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm glad to talk to you about NABSIL Grain Bank and the work we've been doing to help our farmers. But before I go into that, I want to ask a question. Is it fair, months and months of work ends in sorrows, even though there's work we can do to help our farmers. Let me introduce you to our farmer, Uwimana. She's a farmer in Nyagatare district, but after months and months of work, she harvests this beautiful maize you see right here. But in just a matter of weeks, it's damaged into the maize you see right here. And we dug deeper to find out exactly why this happens. And we found out how poor post-harvest handling processes result in 30 to 40% losses and severe quality degradation of the harvested grain. Now, this is not just Uwimana's problem. Across Africa, 48 million tons of food perishes every single year. In Rwanda alone, 260,000 tons of food perishes. This is food that could have fed 1.3 million people for a whole year. Looking at the maize value chain separately, although Rwanda is able to produce more than 5 times the premium maize demand, only 5% of this makes it to the premium markets, simply because the quality does not qualify. Right now, as we stand, NABSIL has the processing capacity of processing around 1,400 tons every single year. Now, the solution we came up with for this very large problem is a professional grain storage that preserves quality while also transforming the stored grains into digital receipts that unlock the instant credit and access to premium markets. And what Uwimana stands to gain from this service is professional grain storage, access to finance, and better income. And how we do this is divided into 2 main parts: the grain
Nope, sorry about that. Just wanted to make it bigger.
management and inventory financing side. In the grain management side, once a farmer has signed a service contract with us, we take their grains into our pre-processing processes, where their grains are dried, fumigated, and sorted before being stored at our zero-loss storage. In our zero-loss storage, their grains can be stored in a temperature and humidity-controlled environment without worrying about losses for extended amount of time. After this, a farmer can opt into the inventory financing, where we appraise their grains stored at our warehouses and issue a receipt that they can go take a loan against it with a partnering financial institution. We are essentially combining grain management, IoT systems, and digital receipts to provide guaranteed quality and eliminate post-harvest losses. Our business model is pretty simple. We charge our farmers a 15% cut on their stored grains, and this is payable in crops. We charge our millers a 1 Rwandan francs per kilo for securing the supply they need throughout the whole year, and we charge our banks 2% for banking the unbanked. Our traction so far, in just 11 months, we've been able to secure 55 million Rwandan francs of sales. We've processed 120 tons through our warehouses, and we have secured a 300 metric ton storage warehouse with a mechanical dryer. And this is very small when compared to the demand we've been able to secure from 6 agro-processors, combined having 7,200 metric tons. Our financials show a very optimistic future, that in breaking even in just 8 months and showing promising returns in year 1 and year 2. The team comprises of 3 co-founders, myself, Nathanael, the CEO, Mr. Sultanu, our CTO, and Mr. Bonaventure, our COO, all across the board having farming experience, and our 5 field agents with a combined 20+ years of experience working with farmers, and a warehouse manager that has an agronomist degree. Now we are asking for 50 million Rwanda francs from this grant to develop the digital infrastructure that we need to deploy the loan side of our operations, to expand the number of warehouses we have geographically, and deploy new locations into Kayonza and Tirehe. I'd like to close by saying, join us at NABSIL, where we store farmers' grains, securing them as assets, and finally enabling Uwimanas to build lasting wealth. Thank you.
Great pitch, short and sweet as well. I like that he's taking us through somebody's problem, Uwimana, right? So we know that Uwimana is a farmer. We don't want her hard work to be wasted because of a problem. We provide a solution to the problem, and he gave us a break-even timeline of 8 months, which is great. I just want to see what there we go. So there's a revenue model where they charge percentages. Where is it? 15% to the customer.
Been able to secure 55 million Rwandan francs of sales. We've processed 120 tons through our warehouses, and we have secured a 300 metric ton storage warehouse with a mechanical dryer. And this is very small when compared to the demand we've been able to secure from 6 agro-processors, combined having 7,200 metric tons. Our financials show guaranteed quality and eliminate post-harvest
I'm trying to get to
losses.
the 15%
Tons every single year.
that I saw.
Now the solution we came up with for this very large, and this is very small when compared to the demand to expand the number of warehouses
so I'm not going
have
to
geographically and
go over it further, but they do have a revenue model. I saw percentages. I saw a break-even timeline. The service is not in the medical sector. This is different. This is a service in, I guess it would be storage slash, I want to say data management, because he said something about banking the unbanked. So by capturing the information of what they're storing, that's an asset. So the farmer, so in our case, Wimana, can be connected to a financial services provider with the paperwork that they provide that says, yes, this is how much we're storing on her behalf, right? And because that information is memorialized, she can take it to a financial service provider because that's proof that she has an asset. And now that she has an asset, she can take a loan and the asset will be the guarantee. So storage and also data management slash some sort of assurance service also. The judges ask him questions. I encourage you to watch the whole thing. I won't do that now. I've already seen it. So now let's move on to the, and I really liked how when the way he walked up the stage and the way he took the time to greet everyone. And um, maybe it's worth showing you guys because it shows confidence to me. And that's always a good thing. Okay, why not? Let's show our future pitchers. This is how you should walk to the stage. And also looking good, taking his time. Okay, so very nice, taking his time right there. And this also takes practice, by the way. And then look at this.
Good afternoon,
Pause.
everyone.
Good afternoon. Excellent. All right, let's move on. And part of his confidence probably comes from the fact that the revenue is substantial already. I believe they had a 55M in revenue already, if I'm not wrong. So break even, 8 months. But where's the revenue line? All right, so I don't want to take too much time, but yeah, so there's a reason why he's confident. Practice. Also, the service he provides is needed, so it's different than the medical field. The thing with startups and the different sectors, in the medical field, it's difficult to um, find customers and to just grow the way that you would grow in a different industry. because the medical field has regulations, whereas this field here that Mr. Mengistu, and I forget the name of his startup, but so this field is storage, data management, some sort of assurance service. The customer is a farmer. The farmer has to store their grain. If they don't, then it goes bad and then that's wasted. Whereas in the medical field, you're sick, you need a doctor. You're in a car accident, you need a doctor. So those are needs that are more about preserving life, as opposed to the need to safeguard what you've already worked hard for, so safeguard an asset. Okay, so this is our fourth pitch here after Mr. Mengistu.
The claps. Remember the claps? 1, 2, 3, let's go. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know what that clap was.
And now, ladies and
that's
gentlemen,
fine.
please welcome the fourth pitch from NEEM Company, represented by Nikuze Priska. Give it up for Priska Nikuze.
I think the clap is something like this, then, or is it like this? Anyway. So this is the fourth pitch.
My name is...
Who designed this outfit for her? It's a good outfit. It's a little too long. She looks great, of course. But next time, maybe yes. So we can always improve. So let's not dilly-dally.
That is working toward a future free from diabetic limb loss. Starting off my career as a prosthetist, I found this hard truth, that every 20 seconds, a diabetic patient loses a limb. In this position, diabetes as the major leading cause of amputation. And this hard truth hit me harder because one of my closest relatives is a diabetic patient, and I couldn't imagine him losing a limb. This is not only a personal problem, this is a global crisis, where 589 million people globally have diabetes. In Africa alone, 24 million have diabetes, and in Rwanda alone, 131,000 people have diabetes. And
so I like, so again, this is from the bird's eye view, but it's good that she does have specific numbers for Rwanda, and then we do have specific numbers for Africa, but Africa is huge. And within the African continent, countries are run differently, but it's great that she actually has a number for Rwanda specifically.
imagine if all these people have to go into the amputation or limb loss from something that could have been prevented. You might be wondering, how does diabetes actually causes amputation? It starts with a small acid because one of the major complications of diabetes is loss of sensation. So once the sensation is lost and the blood flow is slowed down, when a diabetic patient gets an ulcer or a wound, it's not only an ulcer, it's a disaster that takes away the whole limb. So the life after amputation becomes very hard due to the reduced quality of life, increased financial burden, and treatment cost goes higher. Thank God to our smart solution. We have a smart insole that prevents ulcer before they start and monitor your feet in real time. And this is how we do it. Our smart insole have sensors in them that earlier track those ulcers before they start, send the information to the microcontroller unit, and from the microcontroller into the web app, where the user gets alertness whenever the clinical information is found, and the same alertness is given to the healthcare provider to do the early intervention. This web app is not only for the real-time monitoring, it's a one-stop center for diabetic patients to the overall health care of them. One of our use cases, we've used our smart insole to a patient who have lost one limb and she's using an artificial limb. So we are using a smart insole to prevent her from losing the other limb. And we are using our smart insole to save a patient who have already lost the sensation, and we are using a smart insole to help him not escalate his situation to an ulcer. Since ever we started, we've got some positive feedback and paying customers, and we have secured some amazing partnerships that are helping us to make this happen. Our total addressable market in Africa is above 12 billion USD. Our serviceable addressable market here in Rwanda, it's above 84 million USD, and our serviceable obtainable market is about 3 million USD. So we charge a pair of insole 35K, and you can pay this and prevent yourself from paying 2 million Rwandan francs of the whole limb. And we also charge them a subscription of 8,000 per month. We bring this value to the diabetic patient who are afraid of losing their limb by avoiding 85% of such cases and providing early detection and real-time monitoring, unlike traditional insoles. We do believe in power of partnership and hope to get one from here. And we are going to the market via partnership with hospitals, diabetic association, insurance companies, and pharmacies. But we are also using a B2C strategy where we directly engage with the end users. So we are not the first to bring this solution to the market, but we differentiate ourselves from being locally available, affordable, and not only preventing amputation, but being a whole one-stop center for diabetic care. We are here asking 50 million Rwandan francs to enhance our product development, to enter the market, to increase our talent scale, and to scale not only provide it in Rwanda, but also provide it in Africa and around the globe. And this is the team that is behind this movement with different skill sets that brings this to life. And behind us are the advisors who have helped us to make this happen, and the partners who believed in us. Today, it's the World Diabetes Day. So, who is ready to join us to make smart steps to save life? Thank you.
All right, that's a good one. Good pitch. So for this one, there's an AI component. So they make insoles. These insole, and so this is medical sector, medicine, specifically for diabetes. So for people that have diabetes, and they build sensors that their customers can wear. These sensors will, and I don't know the medical, let's see, what did she say exactly? Sensors send the information. That information is recorded to make sure that the patient's limb, so specifically this is for feet. It's not for arms. Let me go back to where she presents exactly what that sensor does. Okay, there's the problem. And then the question. Okay, there we go. Sensor. Okay, I'm just going to go again.
Due to the reduced quality of life, increased financial burden, and treatment cost goes higher. Thank God to our smart solution. We have a smart insole that prevents ulcer before they start and monitor your feet in real time. And this is how we do it. Our smart insole have sensors in them that earlier track those also before they start, send the information to the microcontroller unit, and from the microcontroller into the web app, where the user gets alertness whenever the clinical information is found, and the same alertness is given to the healthcare provider to do the early intervention. This web app is not only for the real-time monitoring, it's a one-stop center for diabetic patient to the overall healthcare of them.
Okay. So
For
it's sensor send the information to the MCU, which I guess is that the what does she call it? The computer?
The information to the microcontroller unit, and from the microcontroller into the web app, where the user gets alertness whenever the clinical information is found, and the same alertness is given to the healthcare provider to do the early intervention.
All right. So they have a physical product, which is the insoles that capture information, and that information makes its way to the patient's main, I guess, the primary care provider. And that way they can care for their patients better, especially as this particular ailment, which is where you lose your limbs due to diabetes, is preventable. Okay. So that's pitch number 4. And it's a B2, it's mostly B2B, but she did mention that they're also looking to have B2C commercial relationships. She mentioned also a monthly billing, a monthly revenue model. And so that's the second monthly revenue model at the Hanga Pitch Fest. The first one was, well, let's see. So the first one, no, not the storage. Yeah, we have the insole. It's the one for helping the doctors to provide better care. That was also a month. There was a monthly billing model in there. Okay, so that's number 4. Let's go to the final one. Almost there, guys. Let's see where she answers questions. I guess, yep, that's him right there. Let's go a little. Oops. Okay, there it is.
Kalibasa Jonathan from RE-BANATEX. One more time, give it up for Shauri Kalibasa.
RE-BANATEX.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jonathan from RE-BANATEX, a social venture startup transforming banana stem waste to textile. In 2023, I went to harvest bananas in the eastern province of Rwanda, and that day, I made 2 important discoveries. First, I noticed that banana stems waste contain natural strong fibers. Second, I realized that while Rwanda produces banana in abundance, the stem, which makes up about 90% of the plant, is always thrown away with no market value. Farmers usually collect this waste, peel it at the edge of their farm, and burn it. If left abandoned in the field, it causes serious problems like mosquito breeding, water lodging, and even high risk of snake and scorpion bites. This experience inspired me to develop a technology that transforms this agricultural waste into a sustainable material. And why are we doing this? The global textile industry is one of the most polluting after oil, generating up to 10% of the greenhouse gas emission, a percentage which is more than all international flights, maritime, and shipping combined. It
Wow.
also consumes 215 trillion liters of water every year and contributing to the 35% of microplastic found in water. And here in Rwanda, the challenge takes another shape. Each year, billion tons of banana stems are left as a biomass, wasting resources that could create jobs and cut down the excessive amount of synthetic textile that ends up on land. Every discarded banana stem waste is a loss of economic opportunities for farmers, but also creating environmental burdens. Consumers rely on synthetic textile, not by choice, but simply because that's all available on the market, and even for items promoted as made in Rwanda. At RE-BANATEX, we are addressing this issue by collaborating with local banana farmers to collect this waste, extract their fibers, and process them into highly durable fabrics. Compared to conventional fabrics, our material reduces water use by 25%, eliminates toxic waste, and is locally produced at the end of full life, is recyclable, biodegradable, and safe for the environment. There is a need and demand for environmentally friendly alternative materials, and we've seen so far industries rapidly transitioning because the global market for eco-friendly textile material is $54 billion, and this market is projected to expand significantly due to consumer rising environmental awareness and respected government regulations. In the Rwandan context, the fashion and textile has been growing rapidly, driven by the Made in Rwanda policy, rising in the middle class demand in Africa, and push for cultural and sustainable products. At RE-BANATEX, we operate a hybrid B2B and B2C model. On B2B side, we supply and sell to local fashion designer, manufacturer, and sustainability-focused organization with eco-friendly fabrics at 12 to 16,000 Rwandan francs per square meters. And on the B2C side, we create and sell a line of finished products such as bags, shoes, and accessories to eco-conscious consumers. Since 2023, we are researching and developing this material, and over the last 7 months of sales and operation alone, we generated 1,064,222 Rwandan francs in gross sales, supported by a steady increased monthly orders and gain 3 partners. Our average size orders is 15 square meters, and as we speak right now, we have 605 square meters in pending order, showing a strong and growing market demand for eco-friendly textile.
Great.
And these are some of the items that were made using our fabrics, collaborating with brands in Europe, Asia, and here in Rwanda. And if you're in the room excited to work with eco-friendly fabrics, please ping me and we can talk about more about it later.
Excellent.
Over the last 7 months, we project a steady growth driven by increased product and expanded products line. By 2026, we'll scale up output 5 times, fulfilling pending orders, secure more B2B textile supply contracts, and reach break-even in year 2. But to achieve this, we are raising 15 million Rwandan francs to turn demand into revenue, continue supporting more banana farmers, and create more jobs in Rwanda. And why not position RE-BANATEX as a leading made in Rwanda biotextile producer?
And our time is up, unfortunately.
Our team brings expertise in
Should we give
engineering.
him 30 more seconds?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
By popular demand, please go
Our
on.
team brings expertise in engineering, business, textile, and entrepreneurship. Together, we are supported by mentors and advisors with experience in eco-friendly textile production, business, entrepreneurship, and agriculture. With your help and your support, together we can develop this technology and leave a legacy of goodness in Rwanda, and why not in Africa? And always remember that banana stem is not a waste until you waste it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.
There it is. So the 5 pitches. So real quick, so he is the winner of the first prize. Sorry to spoiler alert, but if you watched the video all the way to now, I think I'm okay with it. I want to Google, because they're going to ask him questions, but I want to see Okay, so there's the name of the team. RE-BANATEX.RW. I don't even know if my internet will allow me to. Yeah, it doesn't hurt to try. RE-BANATEX.w. RE-BANATEX.RW. Let's see. Okay, perfect. So, nice. Partners. Who are the partners? Kiraka. Simcubator. I don't know any of these. This is a local partner. Who's Matteo? Perhaps this is a designer? Okay. Join us in shaping the future. Then they have some info, shoes, custom orders. Okay, custom orders, that's nice. I want to see who, because there's a founder there that I saw, or a partner. Okay, let's go back, see if I can. Let's see.
Each year, billion tons of banana stems are left as a biomass, wasting resources that could create jobs and cut down the excessive amount of synthetic Africa. And always remember that banana stem is not a waste until you waste it. Thank you. Textile producer.
And our time is up, unfortunately.
Our team brings expertise in
Should we
engineering.
give him 30 more seconds? All right, all right. By popular demand, please go on.
Our team brings expertise in engineering, business, textile, and entrepreneurship. Together, we are supported by mentors and advisors with experience in eco-friendly textile production.
Okay, there we go. Let's see if I can see his name. Janek Hagen? Foundation. I can't see this. Country director of something. Janek Hagen. I want to see if I can find him on LinkedIn. Janek Hagen, I think. What is it called? RE-BANATEX. Is that him? Okay, there he is. So let's look at Janek Hagen. Okay, Faro Foundation and Faro Ventures. Let's look at his founder, mentor, advisor, startup mentor. Okay. Let's see where. African Leadership Group 4 year. Okay. Bestseller Foundation. What is that foundation here? Faro Foundation. A mission-driven and impact-oriented organization dedicated to creating a vibrant, productive, and self-reliant Africa. Okay. We do this by focusing on 3 missions in education, water, and productivity. Operating in Somaliland, Ethiopia, Kenya, and Rwanda. Why not Uganda, I wonder? We distinguish ourselves by being a privately funded organization focused on sustainable ventures as well as nonprofit projects. We prioritize problem-solving, research, and economic empowerment. Using this multifaceted approach, the foundation strives to empower communities. Okay, I'll do more research on this here because I am very curious. Anywho, let's go back to the pitch. So, um, why he won, why RE-BANATEX won. I can think of a couple of reasons. Made in Rwanda. There's a recycling component because you can always make something in Rwanda, but if it's, it doesn't have to be a good product. But made in Rwanda, recyclable, 100%, he said. Um, Revenue model looks promising. Um, Partnering with fashion designers is always a good thing. And they also have some products here on the website. Laptop bags. Maybe I'll get one next time I'm over. I can probably order one online. Very pretty. Good job, RE-BANATEX. What can we do with custom orders? Oh, very nice. And they also use, so they have a warehouse where they make the orders or where they make the products. That warehouse is, I believe, in an industrial designated zone. So that's why they won. Made in Rwanda, 100% recyclable. There is no mention of AI here, and that's okay. So just because, and I'll just stop sharing now. Let's see, stop share. Okay, so just AI does not have, it will not fix everything. Um, you can use AI to enhance something, but it's not going to fix everything. So in our case here, RE-BANATEX won. So good choice, judges. I'm sure you know. So this was just a short review of the Hanga Pitch Fest. My name is Claire Sengyumba. You're going to be watching this on Sierra TV Rwanda. Let me make sure I'm saying this correctly. Yes, it's Sierra TV Rwanda. Yes, Sierra TV Rwanda. And my name is Claire Sengyumba. So I provide an advisory service. I'm also a consultant. Any business related questions in terms of maybe if you want to register a company in the USA, I can help you with that. So for example, with RE-BANATEX, um, Rebana RE-BANATEX, they can fundraise from America. And by fundraising, I mean they can find partners in America, of course, people that will invest, people that will provide more funding. Who can invest in your company? For example, the Rwandan community in America can invest in your company. Or you can find other, it does not have to be the Rwandan community. Now, it's difficult. For example, if you email someone, let's say your email comes from RE-BANATEX. Let's see, what's the email address? Let's go back to this here. Contact RE-BANATEX. Okay, info. Actually, that's fine. Let me go stop the share again. Nope. Let me stop share and then, so an example again to go over this thing here. RE-BANATEX, you can register a holding company in America. I can help you with that. That holding company can have shares. You can have, I don't know, let's say 1,000 shares. Each share can be $100. So that's 10,000 USD, right? 1 times 10, yeah, so that's 10,000 shares. So now that you have these shares, you can approach the Rwandan community in their diaspora meetings, and it can even be an organic, um, you can build an organic fundraising base. It doesn't have to be through the diaspora events. So, for example, if you told me, hey, this is my company, we have a holding company registered in America, we have some shares, would you like to buy a share? I will tell you, sure, how much is the share? You'll tell me $100. I will probably do my due diligence, look up if your company is in good standing wherever it's registered, look up your company website. You and I, so the founder or the owners in Rwanda will probably have a meeting on Zoom. Um, I'll ask you the questions I'll ask. You will do the best to answer them. And then all I have to do is send the company that's in America, um, send them my $100. Then the company in America will let me know that I'm a shareholder. And the way that shares work, obviously, everybody, if you don't know this, I'm telling you now, um, any investment in anything is risky. There's always going to be risk, especially if you invest in a startup. So if anyone is fundraising and they say, I will guarantee this return, it's not how it works. As an investor, I know that there's risk. $100 to invest in a company like RE-BANATEX, it sounds good to me. I might even buy two, three, four shares. Why not? Right? So that's how I can help um, people that have companies in Rwanda. If you want to fundraise from Americans, it doesn't just have to be Rwandans, it can be anyone. You're going to need someone for investor relations. I can do that. I can send the emails. I can have the Zoom meetings because sometimes there may be a language barrier, but that's okay because we're all a team. We're a global team. So again, watch the Hanga Pitch Fest 2025 edition. Great pitches from five people from five startups. The startup that won was one that was catering to the Made in Rwanda. It's the Made in Rwanda brand. Yes, it's a brand, I guess. So very interesting. Thank you for watching Sierra TV Rwanda. Of course, if you have watched this video all the way, I'm going to ask you to please like the video. If you've watched it all the way and you don't like what you heard, just make sure you dislike the video then. And of course, we want your comments in the comment section. Thank you for watching Sierra TV Rwanda. My name is Claire Sengyumba.